Today in this video, I'm going to share why I stopped following fitness trends after 30 and how it resulted in me getting the most results than ever before. Even though I'm training less, however, I'm training smarter. And if I could summarize this in like one phrase, it would be most trends online, most things you see online, everything that is built for the masses is usually targeted to teenagers and people in their 20s with a lot more, I retract that, a lot less commitments, a different lifestyle. When you're over 30, naturally you've got a lot more commitments, you've got a lot more pressure, a lot more stress, a lot more things going on in your life. Your schedule is different. You have to stick to a routine, otherwise it bites you in the ass. Kids, family, friends. Naturally, you get more responsibilities as you get older, which therefore means you have to be more intentional with what you do in every facet of your life. Now, coming from a fitness perspective, one of the biggest things I'm sure you're already experiencing is recovery. Now, you can't be training like a high school kid when you're in your 30s. Unless you haven't stopped or you're the type of guy that you love working out, and you've never kind of stopped. They're probably the only people that can probably get away with it a bit, but that even them, and that goes for me myself. I'm in that bucket. However, I still needed to change and adapt to my age. And one real thing is, like, I had to take care of my tendons. My tendons were lacking and not being able to keep up with the muscle growth or the intense workouts. So I had to give them a little bit more TLC in between workouts, or start working out a bit smarter. And ultimately, I want to just refer to my notes quickly. And it's basically because younger guys, if you think back to when you were younger, you could get away with playing basketball and then hitting the gym the next morning straight away. Your recovery was super, super fast. When you're over 30, you really can't. You really have to be intentional. And when you've got a lot more commitments when you're over 30, when you got a lot more pressure, and you've obviously got more money to then binge in emotional eating or any bad habits you have. Everything needs to be dialed in. So if you're a manager or a business owner and you're looking to lose body fat finally and keep it off, and with a system that's completely built customly for you, just book a call. There's a link in the description below, and we can have a chat to see if we're a good fit. But apart from that, I want to get straight back into the video. It's you really need to dial things in, and the I hate templates. Yeah, if you've watched my other videos, if you're new to the channel, I'm Ron, but I hate templates because at the end of the day, fitness is customized for you. You have to enjoy what you're doing in the gym. You have to enjoy, even if you don't go to the gym, if you're working out at home, or if you like swimming, like, you need to really think for yourself and stop getting brainwashed by things you see on social media that look good. Okay. So recovery is definitely, your stress is high, your priority shift. You wanna have a routine that complements your fitness. So a lot of my clients and a lot more people over their 30s, they like to work out first thing in the morning, and then that gets them fired up for their busy work day as well. So they can't spend an hour and a half in the gym. All you need, after my research and experience, all you need is 20 to 40 minutes, 45 minutes tops, 3 times per week, which is exactly what I do for most of my clients. So then that way it doesn't take away anything from their career, their family. That's all you need. And that covers all the muscle retention, all the muscle growth, taking care of everything else. And then you can do some non-exercise activity like walking or walking the dog, and just being active in general. And that's going to cover all your bases. And the rest has to be with, smart nutrition, flexible nutrition, recalibrating your metabolism through many forms. Sleep is a big thing, managing cortisol, because when your cortisol is high, which is a big problem for people over 30, which means that obviously that goes into recovery, and you need to really take care of your sleep, because when cortisol is high, your insulin, it's a direct correlation to your insulin staying elevated, and then insulin is a storage hormone, so it stores energy in other places, especially in stores fat. The energy you don't use, it stores the fat. So just to give you a little quick rundown there. But what else? Explain. Yeah. So it all just comes down to, and when I started thinking, I kind of to be completely transparent, I've been on this path of like thinking for myself and really looking deeper since I was 25. But over the last couple of years, and I'm about to turn 32 in a couple of months, but ever since I started just looking at things from what suits me and then discarding everything else. That has made me the most difference. Now I don't care what people think. I do what I want to do. People see me in the gym, and it's automatic respect because they know I know what I'm doing. But it's funny, like, and I was telling my friend the other day, like, man, like the way I'm working out now, I never thought I would be working out like this. I can't remember like the last time I actually went heavy in the gym. Like I don't really go doing personal best and stuff. I'm just going volume. I'm working for mentality. I'm working for reps. I'm doing full body workouts every time I hit the gym. And I hit the gym more than the average person, but I'm doing it in a very smart way. And if you ask me when I was 20 or 22 or 16, or can you ever picture working out like how I am now? I would tell you straight up, no, no way. Like if I'm not going heavy, if I was back then, if you ask me, if I was going heavy, if I wasn't going heavy, I can't picture myself. And then now here I am, I'm getting so much, I'm getting the mad pump. I'm focusing on mind muscle connection, focusing on being effective, efficient in the gym with the minutes I spend there, and every minute counts, and going in with a plan, not stuffing around in between exercises, thinking about what I'm going to do next. And obviously, the longer you do that, the more you can kind of improvise and save time in the gym without thinking too much. And saving those times between sets to think about being present, thinking about creating solutions to issues in your life, battling demons, stuff like that. So that's just, I wanted to give a little synopsis on why I stopped following fitness trends and how it affected me, and why you should, as a man over 30, definitely think for yourself more. Don't get swayed by what looks good, and think about what you really like, because at the end of the day, what you really like is what you're going to be consistent at. So I hope that helps.